Okay, so I'm gonna hit play. This is the first time that I'm gonna try going through these matches. We were down in Richmond for this 8-round tournament, so we're winning the lead here. We're gonna go. This is just gonna speed through because this first round was just silly with Suicune back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Bubble beam, bubble beam, bubble beam, bubble beam, bubble beam, bubble beam, bubble beam. I hit one of the Hydro Pumps, and then we both just went straight bubble beam for everything else. I'm pretty sure she didn't have Hydro Pump on hers, so that just means that we win this matchup. This is like 3 times speed, 4 times speed. It was wild. We were one of the last groups to finish because of this section, but it's a great way to open up very first video, right? Bubble beam, bubble beam, bubble beam, bubble beam, bubble beam, bubble beam. Wait for it. Wow, we could have sped that up like a lot more even. I think we got the point. Okay, back to like 1.75 speed. We finally faint that down. We get off the bubble beam on this, probably a second one. I'm imagining that's what this is. And so we're just gonna take down the attack of this here Umbreon and a third one. Oh, baby. So this guy is like gimped pretty nicely, which feels good, bringing in the Shogun, which I was a big fan of. It did all right. Knew I didn't have to shield because the foul play is not going to do a ton of damage. Even if it had Last Resort, wasn't going to be dealing a crazy amount. I think she only had foul play on that. I think her Suicune was also underpowered, if I remember correctly. So I'm going to win this second matchup here with the Shogun versus the Umbreon. It's not a bad matchup. I kind of like playing this one out anyways. I mean, I kind of had the match, so we shielded, lagged. There we go. And it's time up. So I guess it's a good thing that I shielded because I won on HP. Going into game 2, we're just going to keep the same team because we did fine with it. We get the Alolan Ninetales lead, which is fine. People brought this a lot. This is a fairly common lead, and it basically comes down to, do I hit the Hydro Pump or do they shield it? And so it's kind of a crapshoot. Doesn't shield it, so we are in a great position. Gonna go ahead and probably block. Nope, I just decide, nah, we don't need the lead. We made good timing on that. I guess we'll get some energy on our Barrel, which I was a big fan of this. I ran Vaporeon in a lot of my practice rounds, but the neutral damage from Hyper Fang, it's just kind of nice on the Barrel. We bring back the Shogun. Now that we know that the Alolan Ninetales is down, we don't have to worry about Charm coming out, so there's really not a ton that Shogun is worried about. Shogun was one of my favorites, and Suicune was also a pretty good favorite. I led with a lot of Suicune. Shogun, once you have the Ninetales down, feels good. It's a Umbreon-ish replacement with the lack of super effective moves. There's a good bit of Ice, which you do want to be careful about. So there were some of those matchups that I ended up not bringing it, the Alolan Sandslash. But I'm gonna keep hitting this Nidoking. We've got the Water type in the back, so this is a very clean win for game number 2. There we go, getting it down. Just gonna Hyper Fang down this 3 bubble beamed. Was that this game? 3 bubble beams on that Umbreon. So we get game number 2. So we win round 1. We do the obligatory game number 3. We've got this round. We're gonna bring the Lanoon because why not? Different lead. We got the Skuntank up against us this time, so we're getting some practice in. It's kind of cool. She brings a different lead each time. Gonna go ahead and I'm pretty sure that's just a crunch that I didn't need to shield. Oh, it's a Sludge Bomb, so I'm glad that I shielded. Look at past self, doing the right plays. I didn't see which got clicked, so it's going to be a surprise to me. We hit the Bubble Beam, gets shielded. Okay, so with shielding the Sludge Bomb, getting the Bubble Beam off, we're in a pretty nice position. Double Sludge Bomb hit, so I'm feeling pretty good about this. I kind of like this position. Looking to maybe switch out if they didn't bother shielding. With the Dawn Fan, ooh, we are going to get some nice, clean, easy hits with the Bubble Beam. We're just going to Bubble Beam over and over again. That actually does like a ton of damage to that Dawn Fan. Its defense must be super low to do that much damage, because it's what, 20 damage for a Bubble Beam? It's not a lot. So the big draw of Bubble Beam is lowering the attack, and we almost just Bubble Beam down Dawn Fan. We're going to have to be hit by a charge move, so Lanoon would just like take it. Oh, it's an earthquake. Okay, I don't know what I was expecting. Earthquake is definitely the play. So, not quite gonna kill us unless it's a last resort. Yeah, we survive with just a bit of health. Gonna go for the Hyper Fang. It does some nice damage, and it's just switch out. Don't want the extra energy. Just make it a clean win. Get a few grass knots, probably just the one, and then farm down. So we get a 3-0, which is pretty nice for game one. It feels good to open up with a nice clean win. I mean, I think my opponent didn't know a ton about what was going on, so I was the top seed on like the low half, so like top half of the bottom half. No, I was like on the bottom of the top half, if that makes sense. So I was getting like the bottom of the bottom half as my first match. So we win game one. Going into game number 2, we are up against Yes, which 140 some people came, and I get matched up against the guy that I came down to Richmond from. We play together a fair bit. We've matched up against each other. Whatever, go figure. So I'm gonna go for the Hydro Pump, and he doesn't block, which is nice. So puts us in a pretty decent spot. We're gonna throw the Bubble Beam just to lower the defense. I thought maybe it would do enough damage to take him out. Resisted Bubble Beams are so little damage, but we're gonna try and fast attack him down. Don't quite make it. So that is the big thing that I learned from this tournament, is just throw the charge TMs and get the assured win. So we lost a lot of energy on that one. Trying to figure out, do we want to switch? Do we want to not switch? We were pretty slow on that one, but with the 2 shields down, he's gonna shield this because Earth Power just does a ton of damage. He's not gonna shield this. Okay, cool. Maybe we have a shot to win this at this point. I'm gonna shield because he's got a Ninetales in the back, and we're a pretty good counter to that. So we'll get some decent farming in. We'll definitely get a shield on this one because he's not gonna die with 2 shields. That makes no sense. But we do get to farm for a little bit here. It's not really farming, I guess, if you're not using the energy. We get to deal some good damage. Barrel gets to come in. There's no point in throwing a charge move because he has a shield that just gives him an extra charm. So we're just gonna fast attack down, and we actually win game 1, which makes me feel good. I'm now 4 games in 0, so we're feeling pretty good. I hate this cup. This cup is not great. So looking at his team, I'm like, can I get away with opening up with a Shogun? I really like the Shogun. If we can sneak it in as the open, it can be pretty good against Waters. Can be okay against Umbreon. Not a bad Pokemon. So we go in and we get the Linoon, which isn't a bad spot. I can accept this. We start going to town, Dragon Breath, chunking away. I wasn't entirely sure what the damage levels are from Grass Knot coming out onto this, and so I was like, I'm just gonna hold on to it. I've got a lot of stuff charged up, and I throw the Twister. I don't know if that's the right play or not. We got the shield, but we also expelled a shield. My Ninetales is absolutely garbage, so I shield this thinking that I get to kill him because of it, and he still kills me. So I've wasted that shield, wasted all of the energy on my Ninetales, and I just kind of feel bad. Linoon gets to come in, gets a free hit. Whoop-de-doo. He's up a shield. He's got his Linoon in. I'm going to get the last shield or take this Linoon out. I'm not feeling great. Okay, so he's going to get that one. It really depends on what he's got in the back. If it's a water type, maybe we can make it work. We get the switch to catch the charge move. So it is a Barrel. So we get our Twister off. It doesn't have any shields left. But the problem is he's now going to get to farm all of this stuff, so he'll have a lot closer to a charge move, aka he has the charge move. So we probably could have played that out better. And I mean, I get the kill on the Barrel at this point, but we both know that it's not going to make a difference. His Linoon has a quarter health left, so that game goes to him. We are now 1-1 rubber match in this deciding factor. So we're like, okay, what do we do? The Suicune lead. I like the Suicune lead. He has brought the Ninetales, so we probably should bring anti-Ninetales with our Nidoqueen. The barrel, yes, no, maybe, sure, that looks fine. We'll run it. So we go into game 3, and we get, wait for it. All right, we got Suicune up against the barrel. We ran this one in game 1. So I Hydro Pumped first, game 1. He hit the Surf first in game 1. I did not count the moves, so I block the Surf again. Bad play on my part. I'm gonna Bubble Beam because I Hydro Pumped first last game. I'm hoping maybe he shields this time. No, he doesn't. I'm gonna Bubble Beam again. Get up to the Hydro Pump and Bubble Beam again. Does he block it this time? No, he doesn't. So he's gonna throw a Surf. I'm gonna block it again. This is just a bad situation to be in. We're down 2 shields. It doesn't look good. We've got multiple Bubble Beams off on him, so whatever he throws is not gonna like destroy us. We do get the Hyper Fang off on the Ninetales. Probably just gonna draw shield. Yeah, so he's gonna farm a few bits of pieces off of that. Bring in our anti-charmer, which makes sense. So he's gonna hit the Psychic, which will deal damage, but not enough to kill. But the charm is gonna be enough to take us down. So we have to hit this Earth Power, which I think he probably just lets it go through. Yeah, and then he farms on whatever is left here. Hey, we do get a decent matchup for this last one. So the Bubble Beam gets blocked. Feels good. Can we get up to the Hydro Pump? No, we can't. So that's basically going to be game number 3. So he gets to take this one 2-1. He wins 2-1. I got some free hits in there, but it wasn't making a difference because he had a full Nidoqueen. There was no winning that one. All right, so we're 1-1 into game number 3. Okay, we are 1-1 going into game number 3, match number 3, game 3, match 3, game 1. We're going up against Evie. She has the Raichu, which I wasn't super worried about, but this lead was horrible. What was that? So we got to duck out of there real fast. Babarrel up against Lanoon is not great. The Grass Knot does some decent work, but we get a Surf off, doesn't shield, so I'm like, hey, maybe I don't do it. So we're going to race him. We're going to get to that second Surf. I figured I could get there. So I was like, well, this is kind of a good answer to Ninetales, but it's not worth shielding a second time. Unless it is. Yes, this is worth shielding a second time because we can Water Gun down. So we're basically up to the Hyper Fang at this point. So I stand behind that decision, and there it is. There's the Ninetales. Okay, past self, you knew what you were doing. So we get the Hyper Fang off with no shield. That feels really good. I probably should have surfed, but it worked out well for us. We've got the Nidoqueen in. She can gain a few bits of energy. Gonna jump immediately out because whatever was coming in I didn't want to face. And so that Nidoqueen is going to Earth Power us. Does a decent chunk of damage. Hopefully we'll take the shield with this, and then when our Nidoqueen comes back in, we can blast it to bits. Ooh, this is going to be close. No, it's not. They're going to get to it first. So that was a good game. That was actually pretty decent. Could have played that a little bit better. We did lose the lead, though, to be fair. So leading with the Sheldon is kind of risky. The Suicune lead, much safer. I like that a lot better. We're going to bring the Alola Ninetales. It has fine matchups versus a lot of that area. We do get a nice lead on this one. So we lost the lead last time. Like, pretty hard won the lead on this one. And I'm like, do I switch out against the Lanoon? This Grass Knot is going to hurt, so we're going to have to shield it. Do I charge move on it? Do I just go straight for the Hydro Pump? We are going to Hydro Pump, see if we get the shield. If we get the shield, that's not great, but they don't shield. Happy day. Okay, sorry, that was weird. So they don't shield. We're like, well, if we've got this, we may as well just feint attack this thing down, snarl this thing down. Snarl doesn't do a ton of damage, so I'm pretty sure I just Bubble Beam it to actually make sure it just dies right here. They throw up the shield, so I'm like, okay, I guess I'll spend another Bubble Beam. So we spend energy and get a shield for it. That was really nice for us. Gonna charge up. I wasn't sure that we were gonna get to that Hydro Pump before a charge attack came off, so we're like, and that was perfect timing because we CMP'd Tide, so I must have been counting fast moves. I got this sped up to like 1.75, so I'm not counting fast moves. And we didn't get a second one, so we probably actually could have made it to the Hydro Pump. which they didn't shield, so we may have just been able to sweep pretty nicely on that one. It's not over yet, though. We have 2 bubble beams on that Umbreon, which we don't have a counter. Do we have a counter? I don't think we brought the Ninetales. So, this is fine. We're probably going to shield this, I would imagine. Nope, because it's been bubble beam, they're like, we're going to drop this. So, that's fine by me. If they've got a water type in the back, if they've got the Vaporeon, then... Oh, nice. We have a better situation now. With this B-Barrel in the back, they don't want to shield anything. Not a thing. So we're going to farm, like, fast move everything down. So that one was definitely... They could have won that if there was some extra shields involved. I don't know about one, but they could have done a lot closer games if there were shields involved. So we take that game number 2. This is game number 3, I think, is if I'm thinking correctly. Game number 3 going up against this same person. So we are now 2-1, which feels fine. I was going for 5-3, so we're like, this is okay. If we can keep this up, we'll be fine. Jumping into this next match, I'm like, okay, what do I lead to get the final thing? A lot of times I'll just take this 3rd round as a practice, so we can, like I said, it's kind of a nice lead. I like it as a lead. Up against the Ninetales, I don't mind this at all, because whether they block or not, we can bubble beam it down. If we get this out of the way, then we're kind of safe to bring other things in. Although Ninetales, it does a decent chunk of damage, so we're going to switch into the Lanoon here. So we're going to bubble beam it down. I was trying to get a shield. Wasn't going to happen. And I get the Grass Knot. I'm like, I've got a lot of energy. I'm going to go ahead and shield this. I can probably pull a shield or kill it. So shield for shield is fine, but we get the kill. So I'm like, all right, I like that. And we have the bubble beam ready. So whatever comes in, just instantly bubble beam. So is that 2 or 3 now that we've got on this Ninetales? So that feels nice. We're going to be able to farm it down with the Nidoqueen, which... that's pretty good. It's going to hit us probably with... nope, it's going to switch out. We are going to switch, and this is the point where I'm like, okay, there's no way we lose this, because even if he kills here, then we... and he doesn't, we're pretty close, and we got it. So the shield goes up. I mean, he's charging a good bit of energy. Gonna get to the Earth Power so that he can't farm me down. Even if Ninetales gets to a Psychic, it's not going to kill us. Ice Beam, maybe, but with the multiple debuffs. Oh, wow, that was so close. That was really close. Oh, I remember this part. So we're outside. I'm freezing cold. We're one of the last groups to be finished at this point, so there's several other people sitting around us, and there was a lot of going on. So that was a good matchup. Lead into the Minun, not great. I'm not a big fan of that. So we gotta be careful about these electric types. I'm still not sold on electric in this cup, but they made it work. So not in a great position. I don't know. Maybe I should have shielded that to just save it, but I was locked in. It wasn't going to save for me. So this one probably should shield just to be on the safe side. I've got the Surf set up. We were a shield up, so it's a rough spot. Almost missed some bubbles there. I wasn't sure if the Surf would KO or not. Unfortunately, it doesn't. If this is a Hyper Fang, it wouldn't quite kill us, but it wasn't close. So we throw the charge move, Surf, the effective, what's it called? What are the words? Oh, he farms me down there. Don't quite get the Surf off. That doesn't feel good. Needed to stop spamming just a bit. And now we're back into this Suicune matchup versus the Minun. Not great. That does a lot of damage. There's really nothing I can do, so I'm not even throwing charge moves. I'm just kind of going with it. So we lose game 1 versus AJ. Game 2, I'm like, do I want to do double water again? It's a little bit risky to put that up there. Didn't see the Ninetales, so maybe we can get away with Shogun. Okay, I like this matchup. We've got the lead on this one for sure. We can tank both options. I like to shield my Shogun just to keep the pressure up. We've got Twister ready, we've got Flamethrower Reverie, and he throws in the Minun, which is nice because this is actually a pretty decent counter to Minun. So maybe we'll get a shield, maybe we'll just knock it out and have a decent value. So we do get the shield, and I'm thinking, well, this is kind of a Minun counter, but the discharge, not very effective. So do we get to fast move it down? Not quite. If we throw the shield up here, we can definitely fast move it down, and that's what we end up doing. We've got some energy here in the back. Probably just gonna throw the flamethrower, because if he comes in, we get the shield. Otherwise, not a big loss. So the Suicune comes in. It's a fine matchup. That was a good switch. So his Babarrel's gonna catch the Bubble Beam, which it's already weakened a bit. The Lanoon swapping in, gonna get some energy off. I feel like we've got the advantage in this one. Gonna hit Surf on me. Probably could have farmed there a little bit longer, but we're gonna knock it out. There's not a ton of energy, I don't think, on the Ninetales, although he's gonna farm me down. Not before we get our Grass Knot off, so that's all right. I can take that. It's pretty low. Not enough energy to one-hit Suicune, I don't think. Wait for it. Wait for it. The lag is there. The lag is real. Wait for it. Cool. That didn't do damage. That didn't do damage. Would that have killed me? I don't think so, but that didn't do damage. Okay, cool. So we take game series 4. We take series 4, I believe. Versus AJ. Okay, cool. Up against the Skuntank. I like this matchup. This is a fine matchup. We get the Crunch. Good call, not the Sludge Bomb. Sludge Bomb is painful. Crunch is eh. Gonna see if he takes the shield. He does shield. That's not great. I decide, I've got some energy. I may as well shield it. I can throw the Bubble Beam if we get there. But we do get to the Hydro Pump. Snarl is pretty quick, and the charge moves aren't super effective against Suicune, so it's not a bad play. He's down 2 shields. I've got 1. I still don't know if I like this position. The Bill Barrel, it's kind of nice against the Alolan Sandslash. It's fine, comfortable in the mirror. It's okay against Vaporeon. It's okay against Umbreon. It's okay against Ninetales. It's just a very safe Pokemon versus his team. He's down with Shield, so we may as well hit it with the Hyper Fang and then switch into our Lanoon. I don't know if that's the best use of energy or if we should have saved it and immediately switched. We'll see how it plays out. He gets the Hyper Fang off. We definitely can get the Grass Knot. We're gonna farm a little bit extra on this one though, because we know with throwing the Hyper Fang he doesn't have a lot of energy. So let's just get to that next Grass Knot. We just barely make it, so that feels good. That feels really good when you like just get to it. He gets a few charge moves in. We've got some energy lost, and this is where it would have been nice to maybe have had the energy, but again, real close. That was barely there. We get the Surf off. 2 charge moves, maybe just 1 charm, and we would have been dead. So we take game 1 of Series 5. I can't keep track of how many games. It's 8 rounds. It's just bazonks. Game number 2 versus Champ Sero. Gonna lead with the what's that word? Umbreon. It's gonna lead with Umbreon, which is fine. Umbreon's not a bad matchup for Shogun. We can tank Last Resorts. We can tank some foul plays. They do work, but we'll see if he shields. This would really hurt if he doesn't shield. He shields. That's fine. We'll switch into our water type and just farm it down. I don't know if maybe I should have just straight up left and gone for it. The Bulldoze hurts. The Bulldoze is a pretty nice move. Gonna farm a little extra energy before we hit the Surf. We don't want to be hit by another Bulldoze, and that thing charges really fast. He's gonna get to it anyways with the shield. So we took a shield, kept a shield. The shield doesn't need to go down on this one. We get to keep it, and I think we can farm it down. Maybe there's Nice Punch, which I think is the right play to block. Even if it is Nice Punch, that's Would have put us close. We have a lot of energy. He doesn't have any shields, so we're just putting ourselves on even footing. Gonna get the Hyper Fang off. Feels good. It's not bad. No, right? We can do this. Do we get a second Hyper Fang at that position? I'm not sure that we do. Water Gun. I mean, the Surf. Surf is fine. Actually did its job pretty well. Suicune. Fully health Suicune coming in against a full health Barrel. And he doesn't have shields, so I may as well just charge straight up to the Hydro Pump and go for it. Can't do anything about it. I don't know why I overcharged with that, because there's no shield baiting involved in this one. Wasn't sure that I was going to get to a second Hydro Pump, and so I'm like, well, I may as well just Bubble Beam. That way, if he tries to kill my next Pokemon, then he's at least a little more weakened, because it worked out like 2 games ago. Look at this, some lovely lag. That's fine. It's cool. He's expending all of his energy, so our Shogun can just come in. Oh, we have both Pokemon yet? Nice. Shogun. I like Shogun. Did I mention that? Shogun's cool. We got what? Game 6 coming up versus Franks. We've got our Suicune up against the Umbreon. It's a fine matchup. It comes down to, can we get the Bubble Beam bait, the Hydro Pump unbaited? I'm gonna block. Was last resort, so that's good. We called that on the shiny. Sometimes people bring shinies and then they just throw they don't throw last resort, but we got it this time. Unfortunately, he didn't block, so we're like, but we called it right. We did not block a foul play. We're gonna Bubble Beam again, see if he was counting correctly. He was not counting, because I don't think we were at the Hydro Pump, so we got it this time. Probably not gonna worry about shielding on this one, because we're not gonna die. We can get the Hydro Pump, which will either let us get another shield, or we just do a lot of damage, which, I mean, I'm fine with either one of those. We do a good chunk there. Gonna switch out into Shogun. Shogun is a nice switch. He's not gonna leave, I don't think, at this point. He leaves. So we're gonna get the Flamethrower. We're either gonna kill this Ninetales, or we just lose our Shogun, which we do get that off, which is nice. All right, so we basically deleted that. So we'll bring in the Barrel, get a little bit of energy, and I feel like we're in a good spot. Oh, we are in a great spot, because he's gonna Body Slam here, maybe Stone Edge, but probably Body Slam. Yeah, so we Surf him twice. We're gonna farm a bit of energy. Okay, so game one went all right for us. Gonna block it, naturally. We're gonna get to another Surf, but we're not gonna use it, because we can probably farm him down, and then we'll just use it on the Umbreon, which there it is. So he was trying to catch a Surf, I think, but we were Hyper Fanging anyways to, I don't know. So we got it. We got game number 1. Going into game number 2. Gonna lead with Alolan Ninetales, because he led with Umbreon. I don't know why. I don't usually lead an Alolan Ninetales. I usually don't even bring Ninetales, to be completely honest. But we catch the Alolan Mirror. I don't know how to play this one like super well. And my Alolan Ninetales has a garbage IV. So I see that he's on less health than I do. So I wasn't gonna attack, but I hit the button. We CMP tied. So we got that. He took the shield. It's a fine position to be in, I guess. Not gonna shield this. Well, if it's a Hydro Pump, cool. If it's a Bubble Beam, then we might get even the Psyshock off, which we do. Nice. It's only depowered once, so it still does some damage. Gonna get a shield. Okay, so we're fine. Do we bring out the Suicune? Yes, we do. It's a good call. Even if he Hydro Pumps us, it's not a big deal at this point, I don't think. We got a lot of energy left. The Lanoon, now we have to be a little bit careful with. I'm not sure that was a good switch. I guess we've got the Hyper Fang to draw a shield, or double Surf to get a shield and do damage, and then hopefully just have our Suicune in the back to Hydro Pump his Suicune, maybe? I don't know how this plays out. Ouch, that hurts. Oh, but we do get the Surf. Happy day. Do I miss a bubble there? I can't miss the bubble. Come on. He is going to get a Snarl on us, so he'll have 1 energy up. Why did I throw a Bubble Beam? That is not smart. He doesn't have any shields to defend. I throw another Bubble Beam. Do we KO, or is he going to just like Hydro Pump me and get this? Yeah. Okay. Whew. I would go back and count those ones because that was a little closer than I think it should have been. That's another thing I learned from this is just go ahead and get to that hydro pump. It's only like 2, sometimes 3 to get up to it. Shogun versus the Suicune. It's a fine matchup. He hasn't thrown anything yet, so I'm probably not going to shield at this point. I don't know, maybe I'll shield since I've got a decent amount of energy. He could be baiting. He is, so we get lucky on that one. Gonna try and farm down. Don't quite get there, so now we're gonna go ahead and shield. Do catch the hydro pump. Poor guy can't catch a break. We just got really lucky on those ones. Gonna flamethrower whatever comes in. I was expecting a Ninetales. It's the Lairon. The Lairon doesn't really take a lot of damage from the flamethrower, but it's fine. Probably gonna body slam us here. We'll go down for, oh, we get a Twister off. Wow, that was a good switch. So he's got his Umbreon in, gonna get a little bit of extra energy. I mean, we don't really have a great answer for it, so we're gonna just try and burn a shield, getting to the Earth Power. Earth Power does some damage. I don't know how well Nidoqueen does versus the Lairon. I've not done much of that matchup. I should have probably hit the power faster, but we didn't die, so it's fine. Not a big deal. He does get the shield. He's gonna farm up this. Does he attack? No, he doesn't, so we're gonna get that second shield. He's got a lot of energy stored up. Just gonna bring out the Suicune, but we must have CMP tied because he immediately did that then. So then, gonna try and knock him down. It's gonna be the foul play. It does damage. It's not a big deal. I'm pretty sure we just have this because his Lairon in the back doesn't have a lot of health. He's got a shield. I've got a shield. So I think that I'm just gonna bubble beam him down because he's not gonna outpace me. And that actually does a surprising amount of damage. He maybe shields this. Maybe he's just, nope, I'm just dead, and just agrees to not shield it. Nah, he shields it. May as well try. So I'm gonna shield it, and then we either just snarl him down or we bubble beam it and just call it a game. Probably not. He's been hit with like bubble beam twice, so he has like 5 damage. Yeah, we'll just to snarl down. So there we go. That's game number 6. So we are now 3-2. No, 4-2. We are 4-2. Feeling good. We can drop 1 match. So we're up against Slammin' Kid, who I also came down with. So of the 140 some people, 2 of them were people that I knew that I faced. So that was kind of weird. So we both lose a shield. He's got the winning situation on this one. I probably just should have thrown Surf. Gonna let the Bibarel go. I was actually a little bit surprised that it did that much damage. Do we have Ninetales come in? Yeah, Ninetales comes in. We're going to switch to the Suicune. This match is okay. I don't hugely mind it. We're going to power up to the Hydro Pump. We're going to throw, see if he shields. Doesn't shield. Oh, he does shield. Cool. So we got that. So we may as well shield, keep our Suicune as lively as possible, and we can go ahead and Hydro Pump now. We can farm up at least a little bit because we know that Charm is not going to get enough energy to throw off another Psyshock. Which, ooh, that was close. That was real close. I think we should probably just straight up throw the Bubble Beam. Okay, we do. It's not quite enough. Oh, I don't think he kills me here, though, because he's got the Bubble Beam, which means the Thunder. Oh, not very effective. Okay, cool. That's why I like Shogun. He does, there's a guy in the back. There's a guy in the back. I didn't see him in the back. I think we're just dead. Yep, okay, just kidding. I thought we had that one. We didn't have that one. All right, so we lost game 1, which doesn't feel great. Let's go into game 2. Bring this back, maybe. Hopefully 5-3. 6-2. Could we go 6-2? Leading up against the Lanoon, not a great lead matchup. I'm gonna shield. I'm just gonna keep this Suicune healthy. Charge it to the Hydro Pump. I think we're gonna go for the Bubble Beam this time. Does he take the shield bait? Please take the bait. Yes, thank you. So we get up there. Now we're gonna Hydro Pump him. Does he shield? Does he really want to keep it? No, he doesn't. Cool. So I grabbed the switch window just in case he shielded. I was gonna switch out, but since he used one of his shields on the bubble beam and not the hydro pump, we're fine to just stay in. We can hydro pump this thing. It's not going to be doing effective damage, so we get a nice hydro pump off, and we may as well just start bubble beaming it down to at least stop whatever comes in afterwards for us. Probably going to be a kill here, but we've got answers in the back. I like the Lanoon matchup here, but we're gonna go to the B barrel. Okay, cool. I mean, we're fine. B barrel does some decent work here. Bulldoze is gonna deal some nice damage, but we've got Lanoon in the back to answer his B barrel. So, and the ice punch doesn't actually do a lot. So almost able to farm it down. I don't know if this kills. No. Okay. I wonder if he doesn't have Bulldoze on it, because that would have killed me. So, all right. Well, okay. We're gonna take game number 2 because we've got a full health Lanoon in the back. So just a few little shadow swipers, and we get this one. So we're now 1-1 down to the rubber match. I hate these rubber match because it's like a best of 1 series. So I remember what happens in this next one. Usually I forget, so like this was less than 48 hours ago, and I already forget what a lot of these matches were. This is one of the matches. This is like a match that I remember. Lanoon leads. I called that right. I wasn't sure entirely the best way to answer his Lanoon, so I was like, well, Lanoon versus Lanoon is probably fine. So I go in, I block the Grass Knot, and then I switch into Suicune with a shield down. What? Okay, maybe if we bubble beam him and get the shield from that. Okay, we have a shield. We're not completely dead yet. Okay, well, here comes the thunder, which means we're probably just completely dead. We're not completely dead. Cool. So we get the hydro pump. Does that take his second shield? Or do... Yeah, he's got... I mean, I used both shields on... I used both shields already, so it's not a bad play to just use both shields on the Lanoon. So I'm like, well, I guess I should bring the Lanoon back in. He's been bubble beamed twice, so it's not a huge damage dealing move, but at this point, it's not looking good. We're gonna switch out to the barrel, farm this down. We knew we could get there before the charge move. Okay, we didn't know that we could get there before the charge move, so I used Surf. I remember asking him, I was like, were you gonna get to the Psyshock? He's like, yeah. So I was like, so that one was a problem. Thinking about the Hyper Fang, wasn't gonna get there. We'll go for the Surf. He's just charging up on me. He's gonna release a Sludge Bomb or what have you. Why did I switch a Suicune into the Lanoon? I should have just like Grass Knotted, because his Lanoon is like what, 25 percentage health. So that was a demoralizing loss. That was the first part in this series that I was like, why did I do that? It just feels bad to lose when you make a mistake that's like, shouldn't have done that. Alright, so we're going into the final round, game number 8. We are 4-3. So we have 3 losses, 4 wins. This is going for the win. This is what we're here for. We gotta win this one. We're up against Q. And we trying to bait out the shield. Let's see. Can we get it? No, of course not. So we'll try for the extra charge up this time. He talked with me afterwards. He's like, it was hard to count when you overcharge like that. So that felt good. We're just going to bubble beam everything. So we've double bubble beamed his Umbreon. It does have energy in the back, but it's here nor there. We're going to switch out to the Grass Knot since we may as well. We'll get 1 shield. Should be able to take it down, I think. Fortunately, we do shield the Hydro Pump. That feels good. I probably could have farmed a little harder on that before throwing the Grass Knot, but it's fine. The Umbreon's going to come in. Not a great matchup, but he's been bubble beamed before, so we can take it. I don't know if we get to a Grass Knot here. Yeah, we probably do. Okay. And we do get the Grass Knot off versus the Ninetales. That's pretty nice. We get the shield from it, so we'll take it. we've got the counter to the Ninetales. Does he's switched, so he can't unswitch out. The Shy Shock, not going to kill. We should be able to get it dead with this. I don't think he's going to shield it. That would make no sense. Okay, he shields it. It's fine. I'm going to throw the Bubble Beam just so that we can get rid of the Ninetales. Don't quite get there, though, which is unfortunate. I had the Bubble Beam charged up. Doesn't kill me. That kills me. Okay, well, that was a close match. Probably should have just thrown the Bubble Beam and then dealt with, what was it, Umbreon still in the back? It's fine. Get the lead on this one. So we're down a game. We need to win the next two. We got the lead on this, so it feels okay. Actually, I feel like there was a game 1 where we won game 1. The last one was game 2. This is the game 3. So this is the deciding match. We're 1-1. Throwing the Bubble Beam, not getting a shield. So we'll throw a Bubble Beam again. It's not a great use of energy, I don't think. And we don't quite make it, so we get an extra charge move off. He's up a shield, so depending on what he brings in, we could maybe get away with something. We're going to Hydro Pump because if he doesn't shield, cool. Otherwise, we just get a shield for it. Yeah, that's fine. I don't know if we get to the Bubble Beam. Nope, we were close, but we've got our Nitter Queen. Gonna switch out. Not a great matchup. At this point, I was kind of like, I think we just lost this one. Lanoon can do some work on Umbreon, but it's not amazing. So we're going to Grass Knot, we're going to tank it, we're going to Grass Knot, and we're going to die. I think is basically what happens. I don't remember, did he have Last Resort on this one? Foul play, we'll see. We do get to another Grass Knot. He's down all of his shields at this point, so that's that. There's not a lot that we can do. We'll come in with our... What? That was an interesting play. That was a waste of his shield. That was a good capitalization on his point with bringing that Ninetales in to farm down right after that shield. That was a good move. And we hit the Earthquake. We're not going to get to a second one, and so I just know that this one is over. So that's that. Yeah, 4-4. We went 4-4. That's 4-4. I mean, we're up there with like what? Toshi? Is that who is in our area? That's a tough tournament. It's a hard tournament. So we did okay. Waited it. Dropped 1,000 ranks. That's my 8-8. No, my 8-8. My 4-4. My 8-round tournament. Not mine. Well, I mean, it was my run through the 8-round Richmond tournament. Okay. Well, this is a long video. I don't know if I'm ever going to do this again. But it was fun for the one time. Well, we'll see you around. Thanks. Bye. Drop a like if you want to. Don't subscribe because there's not going to be more content. You can check out our vlog channel. There's that. Okay, goodbye.